Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019 with the Rude Man. We're back on Simon Family Farms, and in the last episode I purchased a new field, or fields. It's kind of split up. It's marked as one field, but it's kind of chopped up. If you can see, it's that big long field right there, and it's got wheat on it. We're not going to get the best, well, I don't think we're going to get the very best yield because it's not been prepared properly with the program that I'm using. That's not all one field. There's another field that I don't own above it, I think. Maybe not. No. I think this is a different field here. Yeah, see, I don't own it. Dieter Holzman owns this. So I only own the lower half of it here. And then I was thinking, I think I barely have enough money to buy that other field up there. And I think I'm going to do it. So right now we're cultivating the fields that we just harvested to get them ready for some liming and seeding. But I'm thinking about buying this set down here that kind of square off what I own, and I would be able to. Oh, Dieter Holzman owns that too. Well, I guess he's the big shot, but soon it will be me. For what I fall short of purchasing, I've got enough to buy it, I think. But it's going to take every bit of my money. But as I harvest it, I can sell it and get some of that money back. So that's my thought. Let's jump in here and see what it sells for. Okay, it sells for $344, and I've got $417. So I'll go ahead and buy it. And then if you notice, that gives me this whole area here, and in one big square, well, plus the pig farm over here. All right, now let's go get our harvesters and get them working. Where are they? There's nobody in them. Okay. Well, let's get him working. He's standing out in the field. As soon as I find my combines, they're out here somewhere. Okay, we got to get rid of the header there. Did I buy? I did. Okay, so I have two headers. All right, let's get in here. I'll head up to the big field first. Whoa, don't run over the fertilizer. Alright, so let's see. I guess the windrow's going. I was going to buy some more pigs today. Don't know now. I don't have a lot of money left, so I'm going to have to get the crop off first. That's almost like the headers. The header feels like it's scraping against the ground. Well, I don't think that field on the left there is mine. Pretty sure it's not. Another beautiful day. Nice day for a harvest. Oh, it's these trees again. What is with these trees? All right. They're just right out in the field. Literally. Okay. Now, let's see. I think I'll take this tree out. Because this is the same tree right here. Oh, well, it's maybe not. It's not turning red. Wait, what was that? There it did. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. This isn't turning red. There it did. Alright, let's pick that up. Okay, I can't pick it up. Okay. Okay, that one is pretty close. That one's really close. See if I can get it. Come on. There. I guess that one's not bad. These bushy ones are the ones that I don't like. They're all deformed anyway. God, they put so many in. Debated with keeping this one. Come on, give me a little red. All right, get back to work. All in a day's work. In the old days, you used dynamite for the stumps. That'd be fun. I saw a story, and I think it's true. Not based on, I think it was a true story. There were two guys, and one of them was, I guess, going out with the other guy's sister, and they were supposed to be married, and he jilted her, and she was so upset that she committed suicide. Well, this is back in the days of duels. So the brother called the guy out in a duel, and they did the pistol thing. And the brother shot, and the other guy, he thought he hit him, and he did. The bullet grazed his head, and the brother thought he was dead, and so he walks over, and the other guy shot the brother. So and killed him because he wasn't dead. And years later, the guy that owned the property where they had the duel on was the guy that jilted the sister. And it was a tragedy. I mean, she died because of him, and then the brother died because, well, he was stupid. But he was, trying to, he's trying to save the honor of his sister. But anyway, the guy was clearing trees on the property. Now, the bullet that grazed him, that didn't kill him, went into one of the trees. And this guy decided that he was going to dynamite the trees down. I guess that's what they used to do. And so he set the charge and he moved away, but he didn't move far enough away. And when he blew the tree up, the lead from the bullet was still in the tree, and as parts of the tree flew from the explosion, so did the piece of lead from the bullet, and it went right through his forehead and killed him. And so that's what this story was about, karma. It took a few years, but the brother that was in the duel with him finally got the last hurrah, even though his sister and he were long dead. I thought it was pretty funny. I mean, not funny, comedy-wise, but funny, strange. This show I was watching was all about stories like that were instant karma. All right, let's go get 48. We got our first load. Oh, by the way, I bought I had a truck, this truck that I bought to haul the water. Now the other truck is hooked up to the slurry tanker, and I might not keep that other truck. It doesn't drive right. This one's not as squirrely. But I brought one of my trailers that I've modded myself into the game, and it will work much better for what we're doing. It's a good sized trailer, but it should haul everything. It should haul the milk and the fuel and water, and more importantly, the digestate or digestate. This is it here. Uh-oh, I can't see over the seat. Oh no. All right, well, we'll leave that there. Let's get 48 because that's what we went for. Get 48 out in the field. Pick up some wheat. Get it to the sell point. This field is ready to be worked. It's cultivated. We'll get back to this one and the others. And we're going to have some liming to do. Okay, while we're waiting for that to fill, let's go to the other combine, which we're going to have to find a driver. Okay, we don't need a driver here. Get that other combine, drop the corn header, and put the grain header back on. Whoa. Uh-oh. Whoa. Did I get it? I think I got it. I've been watching this truck driver, a real live truck driver that owns his own truck and trailer. And he has to get up every morning and look on apps and stuff to find jobs. Pretty interesting, but the point of the conversation here is I haven't played American Truck Simulator, or European for that matter, for quite some time. As a matter of fact, there are new states that I have purchased that I haven't even installed yet. So, let's see, this guy, let's take him down to the other field. Or should we? I don't know what to do. Yeah, we'll take him down to the other field. And I'm thinking about installing. Let's see. I know I don't have Colorado. I bought it, but I don't have Colorado installed, and I don't think there was another one. Was there Idaho? I think so. I don't think I have that installed either. And I'm getting an itch to get back into driving for a little bit. Nice, get back to the other combine. That Scorpion in this one. And let's see how the field runs. Let's turn the GPS on. Okay, the field is running. Why is it running that way? Oh, it's not set. Never mind. Hang on. Let's turn it on. We got harvest there. Okay, that's running that way. All right, so let's see about hiring Scorpion to work here. Turn the GPS off and see if we can get him to go to work. And then let's get back to the other combine. We got rows on this one. Whoa, sorry, Rose. Starting this corner here. Uh-oh. What do we got here? This is barley. Let's set the windrow up. Should have windrow now. There we go. This is going to probably take pretty short work. Notice it doesn't look like the windrow's real thick. I don't think we're getting the yields that we would get if we were using precision farming and making sure that the lime and the fertilizer is right. But we'll remedy that once we get this harvest off and get it plowed and prepared for the next harvest. And we've got more grass now that we can mow. I need to get out here and mow. I'm out of grass for making silage, and that's where I made my initial money, was using grass to make silage and selling the silage. We were in the silage business. We got lots of straw too, so I'm going to be selling the straw as well. Don't make a lot of money, but as I've said before, anything's better than a kick in the butt. Although sometimes I need a good swift kick in the butt, like everybody does once in a while. People get too big-headed. They need a swift kick. Set them straight. Barley we have. I like the word barley. Barley, barley, barley. You can make... barley's an interesting crop. You can make barley soup. You can make beer out of barley. Barley and hops. You can make vodka out of potatoes. Or so they say, I don't know. Oh, we got up yesterday morning, I think it was, and it got halfway sunny in the afternoon. Just for a little bit. It was over cloudy most of the time. But we had about, I don't know, a 2-hour stretch that the sun kind of poked through in the backyard. And Carol and I both kind of went out to the deck. And there in the backyard was a coyote sitting in the middle of the backyard. Now, I have a very large backyard. He was on the lower half of it. It's terraced, which means that the bigger part of the lawn is below the level that the house is on. So we've got a pretty good sized backyard behind the house, and then there's a hill that goes down and then levels off again, and there's maybe twice the size of yard down below. And it was in the down below part that he was just sitting there soaking up the sun, just like he owned the place. And he sat there for a couple hours. We went back in the house eventually, and when we came back he was gone. But I thought coyotes were nocturnal, kind of, sort of. But anyway, I know they howl the night away. You can hear them yipping and howling across the whole area back there. Now, I live in town, but I live, granted, on the outskirts of town. So there is a forested area behind me, behind my property. So there's nobody lives behind me. But yeah, he was just laying there. You'd have thought, if you didn't know, anything about coyotes, you'd think that somebody lost their stray dog out there, and he was just he looked pretty damn happy. He was just sitting in there, just looking around and all comfortable and soaking up the sun. And we've had some rainy weather for a while, so we haven't had the lawn mowed recently, so it's a little bit overgrown, not too bad. Is he done? Guess so. All right, let's see. How much is mine? Okay. This other side over here is mine as well. So let's kind of make our way across here. I was watching the Welker farm video the other day, and they've got crops growing, but they're I'm not laughing about the fact that they're in a drought and their crops are not doing well, but I'm laughing at because he was out there showing how the crops were doing and explaining why they weren't looking very good. They're only about half as tall as they should be this time of year because they don't have any water to grow. But the thing I'm laughing about is when he sprayed a broadleaf killer, and the neighbors had a crop that was broadleaf, and so he sprayed the neighbors' crops. He oversprayed, and he said it wasn't his fault. He was trying to be careful, but the wind was blowing that day, and he said the wind was blowing a little bit harder than he thought it was, and so when he oversprayed, it went into the neighbor's crop and killed a few acres. And so they said what they were going to do is just have the neighbor take part of their crop when they harvest. Okay, here's the area we got of yours, take an area that's equal on ours, and they'll settle that. But there was another neighbor that got their crops, and they said they were going to have to work it out because, or they weren't going to have to work it out because they had oversprayed another farmer's crops, but the other farmer had oversprayed theirs. So evidently the other farmer was spraying his land, and he was crossing their land and forgot to turn the sprayer off, and so he kind of killed a big old chunk of their crop. But he said they weren't going to have to do anything because Nick had oversprayed a little bit of their crop, so he said it was about equal. God, talk about Family Feud. It's the McCoys and the what was the other one? It was I can't remember what the feud was. The Hatfields. The Hatfields and the McCoys. Let's see. Is there a road around here? Yeah, there we go. Have a regular feud going. Anyway, record-wise, I guess Nick was saying that the lack of rain this year is the worst that they've had in quite a number of years. He said the only reason that they had the crops that they do have is because the month before was record rainfall in May, I guess. But they didn't have a lot of snow last winter. And I know when I lived in Yakima, that was a big deal. We're surrounded by the Cascade Mountains, the Yakima Valley. That's why they call it a valley. It's surrounded by mountains. And is this dumping? There we go. So they're surrounded by mountains, and the mountains generally have quite a bit of snowfall. And when the snow melts, then that brings the water down to the valley, and they have, water for crops and stuff. Occasionally, they don't get the snowfall. And so, as Nick was saying, in Montana, they didn't get the snowfall this year that they normally get. And so, consequently, there's less water. And they have to depend more on the rainfall, which they're not getting. There's another farmer that I watch, and I think they're close to Indiana, I know, because I heard them say one time that they drove into Indiana for some equipment. But they're not in Indiana. They're in a state that neighbors that. I can't remember whether it's Wisconsin. Geography was not my biggest thing. I hated geography. Let's go down. I forgot I have another combine. At any rate, they're showing recently, within the last couple of weeks, because she keeps a fairly good-sized garden, and they get a lot of their vegetables and things like that for the winter to feed the family from her garden. And they got over 8-9 inches of rain in just a 2 or 3 day period. And so it flooded out her garden, and she lost quite a bit of her tomatoes and potatoes and the things like that she grows for the family to eat in the wintertime. Pretty sad, but they still have some crops. Oddly, she had tomato plants that were wild that she didn't take out, and they're doing pretty good. So they're going to have some tomatoes, and not all the tomatoes were bad. Right, we got a little bit of money again. We got up to 150. I'm going to take this barley. Well, that's dumping. Let's get these guys back to work. Where in the heck did we leave off? Oh, we left off over there. Oh, what did I do? Okay. Well, we'll just start here. I'm getting a lot of crop here. There's probably as much grass as there is crop. It's really kind of funny how they terraced this. Well, it's not terraced. What do they call this? Oh shoot, I can't think. Contour farming or something like that. There's a reason they do that. It depends on the soil and runoff. And so they do this because the crops hold the water. And so they don't want their soil running off. Okay, I am running out of time for this episode, so I think I'm going to end it here. Before I go, though, I think what I'll do is finish this harvest, pick up the straw, and start working on the fields to prepare them for the next harvest. And I think what we'll do in the next episode is finish that up, and then I want to buy some more pigs, and take a look at. Yeah, I only have cattle and pigs, I think, don't I? I don't think I bought any sheep yet, and I don't know if I'm going to. So, but I hope you had fun, and I hope to see you in the next episode. In the meantime, take care of yourselves and your families, and have fun playing your games. Ta-ta for now.